What happens when your favorite Harry Potter characters get put in slightly more adult situations? The answer is Potterotica. Yep, that's erotic Harry Potter fan fiction.
Chances are you've never heard of this, and neither had we. So naturally, we wanted to make a podcast about it.
I'm Lindsay Rush.
And I'm Allie Lefevre, and this is the Potterotica Podcast, where we read a work of erotic Harry Potter fanfic, one chapter each episode. The following podcast contains adult themes, sexually explicit content.
Oh yeah.
I know, right? And strong language.
AKA, it's rated H for horny.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hi.
Hi.
We are back.
Yes, it's chapter 2, episode 2.
Episode 2, chapter 2 of the prefect's bathroom. We know we left you hanging on the edge of your bed.
Edge of your soaking wet bed. So let's see what happened last time.
Last time we had an encounter.
We found out that it's probably going to be a story about Professor Snape and Hermione.
Yes. And
so love it or leave it. I think that's what we're working with.
We're working with that here. And we had a very sexy encounter where Snape was taking a extraordinarily long bath with a washcloth.
That turned out to be very showy. Like he was doing it knowing that Hermione was hiding.
Oh, very voyeuristic.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Hermione, so the cliffhanger was that she wasn't sure if he saw him, but he did.
He said, "I know you're there," which
So,
he could have said to something cooler.
but, I mean,
I don't
who
know.
knows? He could be filled with lots of cool stuff in this chapter. He was saving it up.
That's true. We don't know.
We don't know.
So for everyone listening, which I'm sure at this point is like just our friends and family. Although, no, I have not told my family. I've told my siblings about this, but not my parents.
I haven't told my family about it, but I know my mother would be a raving fan because she likes.
She's cool though. She could handle.
She likes sexual humor.
First thing you want to know about my mom, she loves sexual humor.
If you want to know something about Nance, let me tell you, her love of sexual erotic humor. So I know she's tuning in.
See, and my mom would die. She would die. She would just die. But I mean, she would be like, "Lindsay, you're so creative." But then she would be like, "You're talking about sex? You're talking about honkers?"
Is that a honker you mentioned? And my mom would be on board. She'd be on board, but she'd probably be, I'm guessing, she'd be embarrassed and not want anyone else
to know that
I'm doing this
until we blow up.
Until
number 1 on iTunes.
Until we're walking the red carpet with Harry and Ron
at the potties. What are there podcast awards? I just made that up.
Did you say potties? Like
but I meant with D's.
But
ew.
I meant like potties with like Potterotica. Like that there's like
oh
potties.
My gosh. And I thought, and potty also means like a toilet. Oh my god, there's so many layers.
So it goes so deep.
Wow. But I think it doesn't help that it's not a really easy podcast to explain. You're not like, we're talking about marketing and we're interviewing people, or like we're talking about politics. It's like, have you heard of fan fiction? Have you heard of erotic fan fiction? Do you like Harry Potter? You have to like say so many things.
And have you ever thought of what that would look like if you just merged them all together?
And then you read it out loud and talked about it.
So my intro of trying to tell people has been like a long-winded ramble of like discomfort and
which I hate. I hate when I do that. When I have to go I have to back way up instead of just being like, this is. I'm like, so have you ever read the Harry Potter books? What if they were off the pages and into a different book? And you're like, shut up, you've already lost them. But then I feel like my friends in like comedy or improv, like I'll be like, oh, we're doing like erotic Harry Potter fan fiction, and they're like, okay. That's just like it.
I think because I didn't read Harry Potter until later in life, I don't have a pulse on who in my world likes Harry Potter.
Sure, but I think that can be hard because there are some sleepers, that you're like, do you like Harry Potter?
Yeah, it feels like am I like, is it still cool to ask? Like, I don't know.
Oh, that's a very cool thing to ask no matter what situation.
we went to a Harry Potter night at a bar, and we rolled up there thinking like, oh, I don't know, like we didn't dress up or anything like that. We kind of rolled in sly, and it was like adults in like full-blown costumes playing Quidditch, like beer pong.
Wait, this isn't trivia? This is a different one?
This is like a bar night. Sorry I didn't tell you about it.
Wow, I'm so...
You're going to watch the demise of our friendship live on air.
I'm like, oh, so the night we went? No.
Oh, no.
Like adults more than we're adults? I sometimes forget we are adults. Do you mean like adults like our parents' age?
No,
or
like a
age?
whole, it's spanned from like 20s to like 50s.
Wow. And then that is where it cuts off.
I think so. Although, Miss Fig
is over 50, isn't she? She's a grandmother.
Mm-hmm. Grandma of 11.
So she loves it.
Mm-hmm. So you can never be too sure.
So should we get into it?
Let's get into it.
Okay.
I've been just
I
aching.
cannot wait. I'm aching. So this is chapter 2, and the title is Quid Pro Quo. Okay, that's a weird title for this.
I have to get my giggles out. I can feel them.
You lost it. I hope there's not another honker situation.
I know.
Okay. Hermione hung back, her heart pounding. Come out, Miss Granger. Hermione, Snape called. Don't make me retrieve you.
Oh, already he's dominating.
Retrieve? Like, come on. Stunned that he knew who she was, as well as his use of her given name. Oh, he didn't see her. He just heard a rustling? Why else would she be stunned that he knew who she was? Oh, because he just said at the end of last chapter, he just said, come out. He hadn't seen anyone.
Okay, good. I was afraid for a minute that, like, all of a sudden we're going back to, like, year 1 at Hogwarts. And I was like, she was like a child.
Oh, God. No, we're still on the same day.
Let's just pretend it's the same day. Okay.
Stunned that he knew who she was, as well as his use of her given name. Okay, Snape knows that her name is Hermione.
No.
As well as the use of her given name, Hermione emerged from behind the stack of towels, red-faced and unnecessarily holding the front of her tied robe closed with both hands. Snape watched her approach, expressionless. He didn't seem to be the least put out that all he wore was a towel wrapped low around his hips. His hairy hips, no less.
His scarred and sparsely covered hips with black coarse.
Pale skin. How did you know it was me? Hermione asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Oh, wait, let me do that again then. How did you know it was me? How is that so good?
That sounded way sexier. Thank you for doing
Hermione asked, her voice barely above a whisper, as she stared at his naked chest and belly. Oh. Belly.
Belly is another word that
Belly's not a sexy word.
That doesn't make me feel like
abs or torso or just stomach, I guess.
His belly. I think of like dad bod.
As she stared at his naked chest and tummy.
Let's play tummy sticks.
As she tickled his tummy. Snape's mouth quirked slightly. Simple deduction. I'm doing a Snape voice, I guess. I'm just going to lower it a little bit. Simple deduction. I knew someone was in here because the pool and spigots were wet. Spigots, drink. And the clouds were still evaporating. I knew that someone was hiding behind the towels because there is no other place here capable of hiding anyone.
Wait, pause. So this is a gender-neutral bathroom, meaning like this is a prefect bathroom for both boys and girls. Which feels kind of odd.
How do you know? Why do you think that?
I don't know.
She snuck in.
So, but maybe isn't prefect like...
Aren't prefects the, like, top of the class?
But I think you can be... You're either a boy or a
right.
girl.
It doesn't say, like, in the prefect's
boy bathroom.
Maybe this is a world where bathrooms are already gender neutral.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Everyone just comes together in harmony. Love it.
Let's see. Oh, because the pool and spigots were wet and the clouds were still evaporating. I knew that someone was hiding behind the towels because there's no other place here capable of hiding anyone. And I knew it was you because I saw Potter's invisibility cloak and smelled jasmine. What? He knows her scent.
Oh, wow.
The jasmine spigot isn't wet from backsplash. Who would Potter give his father's cloak to that smelled of jasmine other than you? That just feels like... I feel like he should just be like, because I'm a wizard and I knew. Like, we don't need your, like...
I feel like he has
detective.
been, like, preying on her.
Yeah.
Like, he knows her scent.
He's like, I know she smells of jasmine, but the jasmine spigot hasn't been turned.
He put it all together so quickly. He was the potions teacher, not the math teacher.
Matlock. I didn't mean to spy, Hermione said, reddening. You didn't mean to get caught in the prefect's bathroom, Snape corrected her. Now, let's see how many points I can deduct here, making a generous allowance, of course, for Slytherin gaining the house cup. Hey, Hermione started to protest. Was that really good?
That was a really good protest. I felt like I was sitting with Hermione. I literally thought.
I am Hermione.
I felt like you were Hermione for a moment.
Hey, Hermione started to protest. Snape frowned at her. You are in no position to argue, Hermione, the wizard snapped before continuing. Now, out after curfew, found in a restricted area, concealing oneself from an authority figure. Ogling said authority figure.
Ogling. He's very assumptive, isn't Professor Snape?
Wow. Ogling? I wasn't ogling you, Hermione lied, reddening. You were most certainly ogling me, Snape said calmly. It was hard work keeping you from seeing the full Monty.
I feel like Snape would not call it a Monty.
I feel like he's way too proper to call it Monty.
He would call it something magical. Like
you think? I think he would just be like,
the full.
I think he'd just be like, my member.
The full member.
This, my engorged member.
I think he would. I think he would definitely call it
more technical.
Yeah.
It was hard work keeping you from seeing the full Monty. What? I didn't want to see. Move to the shallower part, Snape purred at her, repeating her thought out loud.
Oh, that's right, because he can read.
She was thinking.
He can read minds.
Is it because of like parcel tongue or whatever?
No, parcel tongue. It's called
We're gonna get lit up in these comments
of all the things we don't remember.
Hermione felt dizzy for a moment. I didn't say that, she said in a quavering voice. No, but you clearly thought it. You don't know that. I do. I use legilimency. Is that what it is?
Yes, that's what it is.
Legilimency? Okay.
Legilimency, yes.
I use legilimency. You couldn't have. You have to make eye contact to do that. I didn't make eye contact with you, but you made it with me, even though I didn't clearly see you. It was enough to make the connection. That feels like a shaky. I feel like he's lying. But you didn't say nonverbal and wandless magic, Hermione, Snape said with a hint of disdain. What do you think I am, a 7th year? How do you think I saved myself in this shrieking shack with no wand and my vocal cords damaged by the depth of Nagini's bite?
Oh, so, okay. So he...
This just feels like,
So we're like he survived. So he survived. Okay.
Hermione didn't answer him. She felt rather stupid. Snape's dark eyes drifted up her robe consideringly. She had it grasped so tightly her knuckles were whitened. You're going to cost Gryffindor quite a number of points, he said quietly. Oh, don't, Professor, Hermione pleaded with him. Snape studied her. Perhaps a bit of a quid pro quo is in order, he said slowly. Oh, chapter title.
I love how they just threw that in there.
Uh-huh. Quid pro quo, Hermione repeated rather hollowly. Yes, Snape replied, his mouth quirking again. You watched me bathe. I think you should return the favor.
Oh, wow.
This is still not very sexy.
It's less sexy and tat. It's more, it's some blackmail. Like,
it does feel like he's using his power, which that is not cool.
I feel like he's asserting some authority figure.
Also, like, swapping baths. You watched me bathe.
Classic trade-off. It's like, oh, you saw me bathe? Get in there, bitch.
Oh, your turn.
Your turn.
You watched me bathe. I think you should return the favor. What? I happen to enjoy watching an attractive female form as well, the wizard said softly. A woman's body is an amazing thing. Arousing, functional.
Not an adjective I would cling to.
Damn, girl, you're so functional.
Oh, look at that functional ass you got on you.
Functional. Arousing, functional, a thing of beauty in all stages of maturity, in all its many shapes and forms, large or small. It is a wonder I take much pleasure in viewing. I believe your indulgence will effectively wipe this error in judgment away, Hermione.
Wow, he's putting, like, the full press on her. And all of a sudden, he's just over Potter's mom. Like, he's over
it.
Like...
He's just like,
he's suddenly...
Lily who?
Lily, yeah.
Wow.
He's suddenly healed. What happened to always, Snape? What happened to always?
Wow, Allie,
Don't think we forgot.
You want to see me naked? Hermione asked. A battalion of dragons rising in her belly. What?
I pictured them in like a very like old Revolutionary War colonel outfit with a twirly mustache.
Also that's her when she gets turned on. She's like, "Uh-oh, the battalion of dragons is back."
I'm gonna start using that line.
Imagine doing that like in a sext. Like someone's like, "What are you wearing right now?" And you're like, "Blah blah," and then they say something, and you're like, "A battalion of dragons is rising in my belly." Wait, is it belly again?
Wait, what?
Remember?
Yes,
she loves belly. You want to see me naked? Hermione asked him. A battalion of dragons rising in her belly, their tails tickling just a little lower.
So now we've got the dragons getting really.
What are these dragons up to?
How these dragons just inserted
How does this
themselves?
work? That sounds cool. I want more than that. I want to watch you bathe, watch you go about your normal activities when you cleanse yourself. It is beautiful to watch a woman do that, to prepare her body, to make it pristine. Oh. Kinky? He wants to just watch her, she has to pretend he's not there. Just scrub it up.
How I bathe if I'm being watched versus how I bathe when I'm alone.
So
you do not want. There is nothing.
You don't want to watch me brush my teeth in the shower.
No. Yeah, you do not want that
just
look.
Go about your normal activities. And then he's like, no.
He's like, oh my God, you let your hair go on your legs for 6 weeks.
She's plucking a chin hair. He's like, I did not want this.
This is not what I anticipated.
He said functional.
Shaving your armpits of that functional body of yours.
Pristine. Snape's eyes glittered. If I do this, you won't take away any points? Hermione asked for clarification. No, you will return to Gryffindor Tower with points intact, Snape responded. Possibly several more points than you arrived with if I am pleased.
Oh, wow.
This is actually not okay. He's her teacher. I mean, she's 18.
She's 18.
But still, he's being
18.
He's leveraging her grade over her.
And everyone knows Hermione is concerned about her grades.
That's her number one thing. Hermione blinked at him. Was he attempting to bribe her to see her body? Hermione, you're a bright gal.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear by now.
I do think he's doing that. Was he attempting to bribe her to see her body? Gods, he looked so hot standing there in nothing but a towel, watching her and waiting for an answer. Hermione suddenly felt very naughty. Oh, bad word. She really shouldn't do it. She should take her point loss. Of course, she could report Snape, but it would be her word against his, and he'd come out on top. That's if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
And he'd come out on top, being he was a teacher and caught her dead to rights. What?
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
I'm just going to say quid pro quo, whatever. Plus, she didn't want anyone to know she had been ogling him. All right, I'll do it, Professor, she said softly, walking past him. Hermione stood before the pool, her eyes resting on the still steaming water, aware of Snape behind her, watching silently. Taking a quiet breath, she untied the stash to her robe, then let it slide down her arms to the floor, revealing her body.
I would love if they then started to describe, and she had sporadic, coarse,
no hair on her chest,
cascading down her scarred-up back.
Snape's black eyes drank in the sight of her soft shoulders, the delicate blades of her upper back. Hey, you're getting what you wish for, you bird.
Thank you.
The delicate blades of her upper back, thin like bird musculature, the slight curvature of her spine, and the tapering of her waist, the subtle flare of her hips, the fullness of her rounded buttocks, and slight thickness of her thighs were a work of art. That is a problematic run-on sentence, but I like it. Hermione stood there a moment, a delicious feeling thrumming inside her until it became unbearable. The dragons are back.
I think it sounds like the dragons have cascaded south, or whatever those crazy dragons do these days.
Then she dove into the water. And that's the end of the chapter.
So we have 2 chapters that have been sexy anticipation of a bath scene. So we're
we're two chapters of 9 are just a build up and just like a buddy shower, like a show thing. A show thing. What am I thinking of?
A show tune.
I'll show. No. What if instead it was like Hermione let her robe slip down and started to furiously tap dance.
I picture like Michigan J. Frog with like the cane and the hat.
I'm trying to say, I'll show you yours if you show me mine. That's what I meant by
yeah. It's been like very like voyeuristic,
which is nice. I really don't want Snape to touch her, especially because he's a teacher and he's like making her do this.
But
she's consenting.
She's consenting. I think
it's a problematic situation, but we're just gonna have to see what happens in chapter 3.
I think we're going to have to concede to the fact that there's going to be some sexy Snaping happening. I know.
Yep.
I know.
Okay.
For all of you listening, stay tuned.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Nancy.
Nancy.
For all of you listening, Allie's mom. It's just Allie's mom. Oh, and we should plug next week. We have a special guest is going to be coming on this crazy ride. And
oh, yeah. It's one of my buddies from a couple... I wouldn't say the improv world because I did 2 levels of improv and then panicked and quit. But my buddy Danny is coming on, and I love me some Danny. He's just got a really funny, dry sense of humor. And when I approached him with the offer, I said, 2 questions. Do you like Harry Potter? And do you like erotic fan fiction?
And are you horned up and ready to go? I could have gone the wrong way.
And so, and
he said yes.
And he was a raging yes. So we'll have him next week.
So he's going to have listened to the first 2, and he will be up to speed. And I feel like he's going to be lucky because I think chapter 3 is when we're going to really get into the grind zone.
I feel like Danny's going to show up and have like a silken robe and like a scotch in his hand.
You know what? I don't want to know anything about if he has sparse black hair anywhere on his body. No offense, Danny.
No offense.
Okay. Until next time.
For more erotic goodness, you can follow us on Instagram at Potterotica Podcast.
Or on Facebook just by searching Potterotica Podcast.
Or you can join our private Facebook group, the Potterotics.
And if you want to do us a huge favor, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review.
But only if it's nice.
Right.